EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A quick throw by Kaepernick complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
They'll run on first down with Akers. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Marquez Callaway, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted.
He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. He's got daylight. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And able to give one man the slip there as he works his way forward for about 3.
It's a pickup of
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
to
Albert O with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. There he goes right side. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Call it a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
27.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. On the counter, here's Coleman. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 31.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete. Okuegbunam. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They run with Patterson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Cardinals, nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Patterson on the carry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, the good news, they got to stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question, because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game, because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Kaepernick now on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Now a throw here, hauled in. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check. Hey, 91.
Now, Kaepernick again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
on the pickup.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
The 22-yard line.
Patterson on the draw play. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
To the running backs.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They run the option on 2nd down. A throw out wide by Kaepernick is caught. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 7.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. To throw, Kaepernick. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Buying time to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They begin the drive with Coleman. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Oh, look at the juke. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Ball carried by the wide receiver.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Third down.
The Lions on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down, Detroit.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Yeah. You don't want none.
Today's final score, Lions.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Detroit, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.